Some people are photogenic and then there are. You're not. You're fine. I get it from my arthritis, so. And I got it. You only last 4 days of this. So I gotta go back to get it. Goes like this. I don't know. It's like party. I don't think it's okay. Good morning. My name is Peggy, and I would like to welcome you to today's service. Before we begin, we have several people that are visiting today that we would like to acknowledge. Mr. Ricky Aviola, Mr. Kenji Ota,
I hear a little bit.
Miss Chloe Ota,
There you go. I don't know how to get this.
Bill Arce. Welcome. We will begin our service this morning with opening meditation, followed by Nambutu. Please join me in placing your hands together.
Maybe they should bring it so you could see here and here. Maybe they did it on their end. But this is the here. The thing is craziness.
Namu Amida.
Namu Amida.
Namu Amida.
Namu Amida.
Namu Amida.
Namu Amida.
Nama. Please rise for the singing of the Gatha, Happy Little Children, page 166, verses 1 through 3 of the service book, followed by a recitation of the three churches and number 2 on page 2.
Three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves your supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even in ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo.
Please join in the chanting of the Gaba Shoshi Ge on page 39 to 44 of the service book. During the sutra chanting, we will have Oshoko or incense offering by the following: Dharma School student Elise Fiji and adult Mr. Kenneth Amamoto. We will now listen to a Dharma message from Reverend Candace Shibat.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's nice to see all of you. And you know, considering that it's our Halloween party, I was expecting to see more costumes and more masks, but maybe more of these masks, huh? So, oh, I see one in the back. Good job. Thank you for being dressed up today. So whether we're wearing our Halloween masks or wearing these masks, I wanted to talk about maybe some of the masks that we put on every day in regards to our emotions. And sometimes what we see in our faces is a little bit different than what we experience maybe in our hearts or in our tummies or in our bodies. So I wanted to do an emoji challenge with all of you today. So if you would like, if you feel comfortable, you could put your mask down, because what I want to do is challenge you to see if I can see these faces in your faces today. Okay, everybody knows what an emoji is? Yeah, probably all of the kids do. I don't know, maybe some of our veteran Temple members, hopefully you know what emojis are too, but you'll figure it out if your grandchildren and your children start texting you with all of these different faces. So what I want you to do, whatever you see here, can you do for me too? Okay. What about silly? Not too many? Oh, okay, I see some. Okay. So this one, some of them I had to look up the meaning. This is serious. Serious. Can you do them too, James? Can you do that? What about blushing? Here's someone there's Todd. You're blushing. What about this one? Confused. This one's confused. What about this one? Angry. Was that funny? Oh, this is James' face. Happy. Happy. Yeah, very good. Happy. Okay, just a few more. Hopefully, you're not doing this. If you are, it's okay. It's okay. You're deeply meditating on the chanting the words today, huh? What about this one? Embarrassed, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. How about this one? Sad face. Okay. And which one should I do next? Frustrated. I'm sure we all feel these feelings, huh? And how about our last one? Everybody can do this one. Surprise! Yeah. Okay. So these are just, everyday occurrences that we always feel, and all of these different feelings. And I'm sure, like I do. Do you use a lot of these in your texting, or is this kind of like old now? Do you do it in the back? Yeah. Okay. Good. How about some of our Dharma school students? Do you know? No. Oh, I must be behind the times. I'm still using all of these. Okay, so what I think I wanted to talk about today with all of these different feelings, really is to get in touch with how we feel. So this is a little bit blurry, but these are various feelings that we feel on a regular basis. And sometimes we may not be able to describe what we're feeling. We just feel it in our body, we feel it in our face, and maybe our facial expressions really show how we're feeling. But what I wanted to really think about, or have us think about today, some of these opposites. So, let's see. So sometimes, and when I used to work with children, before I became a minister, sometimes my students, they would show a lot of this, a lot of anger, and they wouldn't understand why they were so angry. They would show anger at home, or they would show anger at school, and it would affect their schoolwork, or it would affect, their lives at home. But what we really wanted to concentrate on was maybe some of the feelings underneath all of this anger, right? So sometimes when we're feeling angry, maybe what we feel underneath is embarrassed. We got embarrassed, but anger's coming through. Or sometimes we feel sad about something, but this is the face or the mask that we're showing, right? This is underneath it, but this is what everybody's seeing, this angry face, right? Or maybe they're feeling frustrated, right? Maybe you have like a math problem. I was terrible in math in school, so I always envy those folks who are good in math. So maybe if you're feeling frustrated that you can't get this problem solved, you can't finish this paper because the words are coming to you. So sometimes you might feel this, but on the outside, this is the face that you're wearing, right? This angry face. And so I think underneath all of these different feelings, what I wanted to mention is that it's okay for us to really identify all of these, because as we know, we're accepted just as we are. The Buddha is like a beautiful parent, right? A parent who always loves us, always encourages us. And that's why the Buddha always has this very serene, so this is an image of Amida Buddha. You know, when we look up at the altar, this is Amida Buddha. And Amida Buddha is this embodiment or this illustration of wisdom and compassion that's always surrounding us. But Amida Buddha always has this very calm and serene face because Amida Buddha accepts us and loves us just as we are, doesn't judge all of these different feelings that we have as human beings. Because as we know, in the three treasures, we're born into this human life. And as humans, we're going to experience a bunch of different emotions. However, we're accepted just as we are. And with the Buddha's teachings, the historical Shakyamuni Buddha gave us so many different teachings, right? Allowing us to walk on a path to allow us to reflect upon these different teachings so that we can gain more deeper meaning in the experiences that we have, even though they might be tough or they're joyous, they're sad or happy. We're going to experience different things in life that create different experiences for us inside and outside. But hopefully with all of the Buddha's teachings, just like impermanence, that these feelings, they might feel like they're going to last forever, but as we know, those feelings will simmer down and we'll have a little bit more clarity after we experience all these feelings, especially some of the more difficult feelings as well. And again, we're accepted just as we are, so we can go ahead and experience all of these different things and know that we're always embraced. So when we do have these feelings, just know that the Buddha, Amida Buddha, is always hugging us, giving us that safe and secure place that we might be looking for in our everyday lives. And what we can do to show our great appreciation for these experiences and this insight and all of these wonderful feelings that we're going to feel is by placing our palms together. And again, throughout many cultures in Asia, this is a greeting of putting our palms together in Gassho, but it's also a beautiful way for us to say thank you. And the way in which we say thank you is through the name of the Buddha as Namo Amida Butsu. Okay? So again, as you're putting on all of your masks today, just remember all of these different masks that we put on each and every day, not just on Halloween or at the temple Halloween party. But know that they're also temporary as well, okay? And there's a lot to learn through all of these different feelings that we're going to experience in our lifetime. Okay, so shall we put our palms together and praise the Buddha in much gratitude. Okay? Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for your wonderful Dharma school message. Because we're having a Halloween party today, we're gonna not do the second dogma. So we'll just have, if you will all rise, we'll recite our pledge on the inside of the back cover of the service book.
Our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu.
Okay, get comfortable. We have lots of announcements this morning. So next Sunday, November 5th, mark your calendar, JCO will be having their movie night. It's coming back. Starting at 5 p.m. and the feature movie is Drive My Car. Information is in the Karma as an attached flyer. Next Sunday, November 6th is daylight savings. It ends, so don't forget, you get an extra hour of sleep. You get it back. So turn your clocks back next Sunday. There will be an SPWA meeting next Sunday at 11:30. November 8th and 22nd, the Pomona Kai craft class meets at 10 a.m. in the mini chapel. On November 9th, don't forget, if you are on the church board, elections begin at 6 p.m. So it's an hour before, and will be followed by the monthly board meeting. November 12th at 10:30 a.m. is the Cortez Powakai post-harvest service. November 13th at 11:30 a.m. is the SBWA memorial service. It'll be here in the Hondo, followed by light lunch. And then November 18th, 11:30 a.m. is the ABA meeting, the Adult Buddhist Association meeting. November 19th, from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. is a card making workshop by Mike Shibata. It's a $10 fee, and you need to RSVP by November 12th to make sure he has your supplies. November 20th at 11:30 a.m. is the Young Adult Buddhist Association meeting, the Yaba meeting. And remember, November 24 and 25, the office will be closed in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. This month, there will be no book club discussion. And on November 27th at 11:30 a.m., the Dharma school teachers will have their meeting. Lots to write down. It's up here if you want to look at it afterwards. Sangha Club continues their collection of aluminum cans and recyclable plastic bottles. Donations may be left in a white bin under the carport. Help keep those recyclable bottles and cans out of our landfills while supporting one of our youth organizations. And where is Jim? Button? Okay. And then Jimmy hasn't announced it.
Hello. I'm going to be doing my Eagle Scout service project here at the church. And on the 19th and the 20th of November, we're going to be replacing the slats on the back fencing all the way up to the Chicken Teriyaki building. So anybody, it's called, especially from the Dharma school, it's called, your help would be appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. This is his Eagle Scout project, so any support we can lend Jimmy is great. If you don't have the time, but you have the money, you can always donate towards his project. If you notice when you come in the driveway, all the slats along the front where you drive in are pristine, you know. And if you take a look, once you drive in or when you go out, the slats that are covering that east lot are all broken. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to continue that project around the rental house and then along the fence all the way around to the Chicken Teriyaki shed. So if you would like to donate, you can make your check payable to the Buddhist Church of Stockton or donate on the website, and just be sure you earmark it or you let our office manager know that this is for Jimmy's Eagle Scout project, and it will go towards that project only. So it's a great effort. If you don't have the money, you have the time, of course, you can use hands, so please make that effort. And students, like you said, community service will sign you off. Do we have any other announcements? Oh, Reverend Hunt.
Okay, so hello again. For those of you that might have seen my Karma, our newsletter article, I did write about a specific group called Ichimi. And Ichimi is from the Gardena Buddhist Church. And they are a group in which they support the LGBTQ plus community, their family members and allies. And they want to create, or they have been creating a safe space in their temple. And they have been very, very supportive of other temples, including ours, in regards to education and different workshops of how other temples can really promote a safe space for all of our Sangha members, especially our LGBTQ plus friends in the Dharma. And I've been so fortunate to work with them and do a partnership video in the past, indicating my support as a ministerial ally, and even promoting my own education in regards to how I can do that, how I can support all of our members. And they are continuing on with a video project, which I'll be flying down to Los Angeles later on to participate in another video. And this video is going to be accessible to all members, all groups, Dharma School, which is our Sunday school group, ministers, parents, everybody, and hopefully on the national level as well, to just continue to support our LGBTQ plus friends and family members. And so if any of you might be interested, we do have resource booklets if you might be interested in just learning, getting support for yourself, getting support from a family member or friend, or learning how to be an ally. It's called Embraced by the Buddha's Compassion, a Jodo Shinshu LGBTQ plus resource guide. I do have some, and if you would like to pick this up anonymously, you could also, I can leave some and you can come into the office as well. But what I would like to do is to show our support because they did provide a workshop for us in the past. And if you are so inclined to support their video endeavor, which will continue not just with this one video, but multiple videos after that. And it does take funding to be able to utilize the temple in Southern California, pay for the transportation cost of all of their speakers, and also pay the volunteers who are volunteering their time as well, or at least give them kind honorariums to support this endeavor. So if you're so inclined to support them, please, if you would, I have my ramen bowl that I brought in from the office. I didn't have anything else. But if you would like anything, would be deeply appreciated. And we could send this on behalf of the Buddhist Church of Stockton membership. So I'll do this for a couple of weeks. I think we can support a couple of weeks, and then I would like to send it over to help support them. So I'll leave this bowl up on the altar. And even if it is extra change in your pocket or a few dollars, or if you would like to write a check, you could also write that directly to the Gardena Buddhist Church and put on the memo line the video project. Okay, so thank you so much. It really is an important resource that we have, Ichini is, and I really appreciate your support in advance. Thank you.
We had a seminar done by them, and it's really eye-opening, the amount of ignorance we carry about what they go through. So it's a really good project. So I encourage everybody to support it. Do you have any other announcements? Because I'm sure the kids, I saw one antsy to get to the gym. So the high school students will be hosting our Halloween party, and that and the Dharma school teachers. We're all also hosting a lunch. So guests also, please join us in the gym after service. Please offer incense if you haven't already done so. I see a really good mask in the back. Yeah, you're not so good at it. So anyways, and if you are joining us on Zoom, thank you very much. We're going to end the stream. And if you have any questions about the announcements, they are up here if you'd like to take a look. Thank you.